Hi there, how was your day? So Splatoon 3 launched yesterday and I decided I'd give my first impressions on it before I release my full review. Now, in case you couldn't tell, this is my first video ever done without a script. I don't normally do this, but given that this is just a quick first impressions video, I decided to just say what I need to say, get it done, get it out there, and then get to work on my full review. So just mind if I sound a little less strict, I guess, than usual. This is definitely going to be a lot more of a casual talk about Splatoon 3. I've got my notes, I'm going to go through my notes, and just say what I think right off the bat. So, let's talk about the base game itself. It controls a lot better. I personally don't use the motion controls. I know I got a lot of flack last time I spoke about that, but the controls with the sticks feel a lot better this time, a lot more usable. It looks so much better. I thought Splatoon 2 already looks good, but Splatoon 3 looks absolutely phenomenal. The lighting, the textures, the video quality I think has been improved as well. Just overall, it just looks really good. Gameplay, what have we got? We've got new weapons. Those are really cool. We've got the bow, the stringer, I believe. That's fine. I've been playing with it a little bit. That's not bad. I mean, it could be better, maybe, but I don't know. I don't think it's really my thing, but it's fine. Then we've got the Splitana, and I have a lot more mixed feelings on this one. I think it's fun to use in Salmon 1. I got that in Salmon 1, and it works really well there, but I don't think it's really good to use in Turf Wars. I don't know, it feels a lot more awkward to use than the bow, personally. I'm not too big a fan of that. But overall, I'd say those are pretty good weapons, just not really my style. Speaking of things that aren't my style, transitions, we've also got the new game mode, Tabletop Battle, which I do not like. I really did not enjoy that. I played a little bit of it, and I just don't really like it. I mean, it's good. I can tell that it's good. It's definitely just not for me. I mean, I don't know. I kind of feel like it should have been its own thing and like more expanded upon. Like maybe as its own spin-off or a free-to-play kind of thing. I don't know. It's just not really a worthwhile addition for me. I just don't. It's just not for me. Other things, we've got the new group. We've got Deep Cut. They're here, I guess. And right off the bat, I don't like them. I have been wanting to say this for a while now, but Deep Cut suck. I am not a fan of Deep Cut. Fry is hideous, Big Man is hideous, Shiver is tolerable, but all of them look pretty bad. I mean, I'm just not a fan, and I know that people seem to love them, but I am not a fan of this new group. I really miss Marina and Pearl. In my opinion, they were the best, and they seem to be in the DLC by the looks of things, but I don't like talking about DLC. I really only talk about the base game. So, and what else have we got? We've got new moves. We've got the Squid Surge and the Squid Wall. And right off the bat, again, I'm not too big a fan of these. I know that this sounds really negative so far, I'm beginning to realize that, but trust me, I have been enjoying the game, but I'm just getting the negatives out of the way. The Squid Wall, I think is good. I think it's a nice expansion, but I think it needs its own button. As it is right now, you kind of have to flick the stick to use it, and I don't think it works. There are so many times where I try to use it, and it just doesn't happen, and it is so annoying. Which is a shame, because I really like the move. I think it's a nice addition, but as it is right now, it is not very usable. And then the Squid Surge just does not. It just completely defeats the point. Basically, using the Squid Surge, you're supposed to be able to go up walls quicker, but it is a lot faster to just not use it. Charging it up takes way too long. It's another thing where it could work if it's tweaked just a little bit, but as it is right now, I just don't use it. What else have we got? We've got lockers. lockers are really cool. I've really enjoyed messing around with lockers. They are so neat. I know that a lot of people wanted apartments, and I know that some people were kind of disappointed by it just being lockers, but I don't think apartments could work, honestly. I don't think such a small space that we could walk around would really work as well as some people seem to think. So I think that this is a really neat way to work around that. But as far as the game actually working, I've had a couple of problems. I've been playing online with a bunch of friends, and we are constantly disconnecting. And I don't know if that's an issue on my end, but I doubt it, because this rarely happened with me in Splatoon 2. As the game went on, it definitely got better, but near the end, I was rarely ever disconnecting. Like, I would disconnect once every 30-ish games, but here it's more like once every 5, and it's a big issue. I've just been disconnecting left, right, and center, which is understandable. The game's in its early days, but a problem's a problem, I guess. Okay, and another important thing. We have got a new story mode, and right off the bat, I am in love with this. I absolutely love this. In my last video talking about Splatoon, a lot of people were telling me to play the Octo expansion, so I did, and it was great. It was great. Immediately I was hooked, I loved it, and then this came out, and it is basically just Octo Expansion 2, and I love that. It is so fun, especially thanks to the overworld. The overworld here is so amazing. I think I was a little skeptical going in about an open world Splatoon area, but it just works. I wasn't expecting it to, but it just works. It works really well. And just like playing around, it is so fun. But that doesn't mean it's perfect. I have one problem, and I've not seen anyone bring this up before, but one thing that I think the Splatoon games really need is voice acting. And before you say anything, I know that they've got their own like fake made up language thing going on. I know that that's a big thing, but I hate the fact that we've got all this cool dialogue going on in the background of levels that I can't read. I try to read it, I really do, but I just can't because I'm in the middle of doing stuff and now there's this dialogue here. And I feel like I miss out on so much like great characterization and whatnot because I'm in the middle of doing stuff. But if it was all voice acted, I just feel like we wouldn't have that problem. And it also suffers from the same thing that Pokemon does with the voice acting, when you're going through big chunks of dialogue and it's all eerie and quiet and just awkward. And I feel like just having voice acting there would be really helpful. Maybe not in like the when you're just exploring the city and you're being shown new stuff, but for the story mode, I feel like that really needs voice acting. In the shops, in the main games, I wouldn't see it really needing that, because it doesn't really suffer the same problem, but the story mode specifically, I think really suffers from a lack of voice acting. Moving on from that, I think that's the one downside I've got in my notes here. Oh no, I do have one more. The reused gimmicks, I really have a problem with. This is something that I've noticed across all the Splatoon games. They establish a gimmick, and then they keep on coming back to that one gimmick. Sometimes they'll establish something new and something cool, and then they'll just keep on doing that over and over again as well. And it feels like they should be doing more new stuff, because there's so much that they use over and over and over again. And don't get me wrong, it's fun, it's good, but it's like the new Super Mario Bros. Series. That was good, those were good games, they were well designed, but at their core, they were really just the same things over and over, and I feel like the Splatoon levels kinda suffer from the same thing. I mean, this story mode definitely helped out a lot with the overworld and whatnot, but it's still like the same thing when you really boil it down. I feel like that's like the worst thing here is easily the reused gimmicks and the voice acting. But if I were to go on and actually give some upsides, I would say that the animations here are absolutely stellar. I was constantly mesmerized, and I've not even completed the story yet, but I was constantly being mesmerized by some of these like just amazing animations, especially earlier on to the game. My watch just went off. This is the downside of doing a video about a script. I was constantly amazed by some just really great animations overall. They were really expressive, they added a lot to the characters, it was just really great. And another thing, I spoke earlier about not liking the design of deep cuts, but without any spoilers, I will say that the way that they are included, at least so far, is really fun. Just like, it's really silly, but it is really fun. I'm having a lot of fun with them in the story mode. What else do we have? What else do we have? Okay, moving on to Salmon 1. They've not tampered with it a lot, which I'm honestly fine with. I'm not the world's biggest Salmon 1 player out there. I mean, I play it from time to time, mostly with friends who are absolutely addicted, but I just never really got into it as much. But the improvements made are definitely improvements. We've got things like throwing eggs, new salmonoids, king salmonoids are really neat as well. They appear every now and then. Overall, just like a bunch of little changes that just improve the experience in my opinion. Overall, not bad. I definitely think there's still more that could be done. I know that we've got like big ones coming along the line, which are like regular salmon ones, but they take place in turf war maps, which I think should just be a thing anyway. I don't think that it should be like a Splatfest where it's limited every now and then. I think that should just be like an extra mode, because as it is right now, just having one map per every 2 hours, it's boring. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, that's like the biggest thing holding me back from Salmon 1. The fact that we have one map, and one map for so long, it's not enough variety for me. I think the main turf war also suffers in the same way, where you just have a limited amount of maps for a limited amount of time, and I'd honestly just prefer if we just had all the maps, always, to just cycle through, because just having a couple at a time, it's not really very fun for me. I think that's it, apart from a couple things. Oh yeah. Skippable news. We can now skip the news. That is incredible, but it should not have taken this long. We should not have had to have waited until Splatoon 3 games in, before we were able to skip the news. It should not have taken this long before that happened. It really shouldn't have. It's baffling that it took this long for them to figure out that maybe people don't want to listen to the news every single time they boot up the game, but I'm just happy that they've sorted that out. New customization. We've got new customization. I really like it. It's really cool. It opens up to more genders, and accessibility is always great. It's always a good thing to see, so, you know, that's pretty cool. And I like that the Octolings are now free off the bat, and something that I've noticed is now that Octolings are free, you don't really see many Inklings anymore. I'm barely seeing any Inklings as I'm playing, and I think it's just because the Octolings look better. I'm not gonna lie, the Octolings just look so much better than the Inklings. I think that is all? Just looking through my notes here. Yeah, no, I do believe that is all. Okay, thank you for watching. This is just, don't worry, if you prefer my more long-winded, tighter reviews, you are going to get that in about a week and a bit. I am going to begin working on that now. As soon as this video is up, I will already be working on it, so look forward to that, I guess. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. All those YouTuber things I'm supposed to say, make sure you do that, and I guess I will see you in a week or so when I upload again. Thank you, goodbye, have a lovely day, whatnot, all that, yeah, bye.